What can you expect to happen at your Social Security disability hearing? Well, my clients are usually very nervous preceding this hearing, and that's because there's a lot riding on it. If they win their case, then they can pay their bills, oftentimes keep their house, and pay off some creditors. And so it's not uncommon to not sleep the night before your disability hearing. It's my job, however, to support and reassure the claimant before the hearing. And to do that, I will have a pre-hearing preparation meeting with them. I prefer to do it in person, although we can do it over the phone. And in that meeting, I will ask that claimant every question that the judge will ask them at hearing. Once in a while I might miss a question or two, but I can almost predict every single question that the judge will ask this person. So I'll ask them at my pre-hearing meeting and get their answer and be able to tell them if maybe they need to expound on a bit some of what they said or give some more illustrations. I want to make their testimony very good at hearing. Now don't worry if you have memory issues or you have anxiety issues. You don't need to be perfect at hearing. You just need to present as you would present on a day-to-day basis or in a workplace. You need to honestly show how your condition limits you. So keep in mind, you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be real. At the Social Security hearing, when we go there, the clients are sometimes expecting a big formal courtroom like you see on TV. It's not that way. The Social Security hearing room is not dissimilar to the room I'm in now. There's going to be a conference table, and the judge will be slightly up on a podium. He or she will usually be the one to ask most of the questions. Sometimes the judge does not ask any questions and asks me as your attorney to ask you all of the questions. I will ask you everything about your medical history, your work history, your day-to-day activities. And then we'll turn to the vocational expert who will be seated next to us with a microphone. And that person will be called upon to testify about whether or not there are any jobs that a person with your functional limitations can perform. If that vocational expert comes up with hundreds of thousands of jobs that you can perform, then it's my job to cross-examine that vocational expert and make sure in my questioning that I can get him or her to the final conclusion that in fact, given the limitations on your medical record and in your testimony, that there are no jobs that you can perform. Now a few housekeeping things about hearing. Don't be late. If you are going to be late, for example, you're caught in traffic, there's a snowstorm, or you get lost, I'm going to give you my cell number so you call me and let me know before the hearing so I can notify the judge and ask for an extension in time. I have had cases in the past where the claimant was late for more than 15 to 30 minutes without good reason and the judge dismissed the case. It does happen. Now this is a very important day, so don't miss it and be on time. I encourage you to find someone who can drive you to the hearing because being in downtown city traffic and being on the highway is often a nerve-wracking experience, especially when you know you have to be before a judge in the next hour or so. Another thing is if you are not fluent in English, I'll probably know before the hearing, but I will ask for an interpreter. If you feel you need an interpreter, please let me know so we can have an interpreter at the hearing. And any other accommodations that you might need during the hearing. Finally, it's not uncommon for some of my claimants with mental health issues, including anxiety disorders, to have panic attacks right there during the hearing. One man had a heart condition and he started having severe angina right in the middle of the hearing. If something like that were to happen, don't worry. We can stop the hearing and go off the record and we can leave the hearing room and you can take a breather, have a glass of water, and go back into the hearing room when you've regained your composure.